Theme song.
Bip, bip, ting.
So you've never played this one?
No.
This will be interesting then.
Oh, The Simpsons. I've heard of this.
The whole presentation, I think, is very well done on this game.
A lot of the, like, that's one thing I've noticed with a lot of the, you know, licensed games like this and the Futurama one on PS2 and a few of the Family Guy ones. Even like Tapped Out, like the one thing they really have going for them is fucking presentation. And you can tell that it's done by a bunch of, you know, insane Simpsons nerds. Like the people who got to write this, you know, they're probably not fucking gotten to do a show, or maybe they have the past 10 years, you know, God only knows. But I mean, like, being asked to write modern Simpsons is like being asked to fuck current Madonna. Like, that's just depressing, you know? That's not decided if to
You
find
still
all the...
do it. You still do it.
Oh, fuck no. Good God, no. I don't touch Madonna with a 10-foot... I wouldn't touch Madonna with your dick.
I don't know what she looks like.
Ragged. And it's like, here's the problem. You know who's fucking hot? Helen Mirren. She's like 65.
Yeah.
Helen Mirren in a fucking heartbeat.
Wasn't
That
she on
is...
Scrubs?
I don't think so, no. But like, she's also like, you know, she's not trying to look like a 20-year-old. That's the thing, you know.
Then you probably wouldn't be interested in eating me.
That and, oh Lord, fucking wear me out, and I know it. Whereas like Madonna's just like, that's the thing, is you gotta, you know.
I hate know-it-all chocolate.
Leap, Jumbo, leap.
Why can't Springfield be?
Had their own animation. They had their own, you know. It seamlessly goes from like cutscene to you're here now.
No, that was great. You know.
Why so slow, fatty? Eat too many of my relatives?
If fatty. You know, because like, what are you supposed to do with The Simpsons now?
All right. His jump is much shorter than you'd
Man,
think.
he's like Mario. You got to get like a couple of steps.
Yeah.
What? This place is way better than Vitamin Tropolis.
You're more.
I'm gonna lick you all over. This chocolate.
The
needs more
scream
chocolate.
was good. See, again, like, you know, because that's the thing, is like, you know, I'd rather write for a side quest like this than do an episode of the fucking Simpsons. What am I supposed to do with an episode of The Simpsons? Huh?
Yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
That to do.
Again, like because someone asked me at the, you know, one of the fucking articles is like, you know, how do you think it, you know, it should end or should have ended? And
Tutorial, you're really in trouble. You can use the whip
you know,
Smash the bunny.
what I'd have done, you know, if I could have back at like season 26 or something, is have the first episode of that season start at like fucking, you know, 1989, and then do every episode is a year passing in universe.
Right.
And actually do the thing that the show hasn't been able to do and has predominantly fucking hobbled it, is let the show grow.
Love to meet Mayor Chocolate.
But if the show grows, Gabe, it ends. Can't end.
Chocolate in my mouth.
It's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do with it now. I just don't care. I don't know, like, to be honest, like, there's a chance to just, you know, I'll be fucking 50 and it'll still be going.
I think it will. 100%.
I mean, the one hope that we've got is, like, all the people, I mean, the fact is people are gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Harry Shearer is gonna be the interesting fucking one. Like, I feel like if the woman who plays Marge dies, they'll try to replace her.
100%.
But
How old is she?
she's everyone's getting on, like... What's her goddamn name now? I fucking forgot. Marshall Wallace.
Indubitably, you are an ass.
Julie Kavner, that's right. It's Marshall Wallace. I think Marshall Wallace is dead.
Oh, you're a special dog.
Come on, let me just fight off in here.
Your mouth is a serial killer.
You know the crazy thing about this so far is I haven't heard one repeated line yet.
Why won't you wake up?
It is good.
And you know what every other Simpsons game does? 4 or 5 lines repeated ad nauseum.
Yeah, Julie Kavner's 70. Woofed. Yeah, like, cause that's the thing. Like a lot of them are in fucking, you know, any minute now territory. Like if a 70-year-old person dies, you're like, oh, that's sad. But also it's like, you know, are you necessarily not gonna, you know, live for another few? You know, you could, you know, live to a fucking 100. But, you know, once you're at 70, that's the fucking, that all, the Grim Reaper's scythe is hovering around. Because the thing about Kavner is she's important, but she's also like one voice. Whereas, like, you know,
Who is Groening still in charge? Like, or is just,
I don't think he's ever really been in charge.
Does Disney
Like,
just kind of own the totality?
well, yeah, Fox owns it. Like, that's
So,
it.
yeah,
If
so
Fox owns it.
So what?
Like,
They just basically keep deciding, oh, this is just going to keep going.
well, yeah, as long as
it makes money.
as long as it's pulling in. I mean, the thing about The Simpsons is it's also like nudged over into like, you know, cultural fucking, you know, pin territory,
Yeah.
which sort of gives it an odd.
Gifts give it a staying power.
Yeah, well, it's that issue of like, do you want to be the one to cancel it?
Yeah.
You know, and you may get someone come in who's like, yeah, it's time for this to go. If I had half a chance, fucking cancel it. No fucking warning. Fuck you. No, I'm not letting you wrap the fucking story up. What story? Fuck you.
Look, Angel didn't get to end. Why does Simpsons get to end? Fuck you.
Still bitter.
100% I am. At the big expensive Angel box set.
Final season of Angel was good too.
Was, yeah.
The cautionary tale of Numero Cinco. They had a whole Mexican wrestler episode. One where he became a puppet.
Chocolate City.
I've never seen anyone
You know,
with their
like
pants
David
off.
Borealis.
Leap, Jumbo, leap.
Excellent.
Your eyes look like.
I'm a big fat funny ball and I can eat, never get full. This is like a dream come true. Thank goodness I'm not
I feel like effort went into this one, just also in the gameplay department, because it looks like there actually is some.
Yeah.
You know? Because, I mean, this, like, the fucking Futurama game was pretty funny as well. Like, there were good lines in the Futurama game.
Futurama game's great.
Like, well, I mean, you know, gameplay-wise, it's a PS2 game, so look, there's realities. But, like, when there's, like, what is it? It's like some kind of toaster or something that gives you a new life. But, like, the professor just goes, oh, yes, I invented that last week, and I've been trying to kill you ever since.
not dreaming.
It's a good line.
It is good. I had it on the Xbox, and
And I
it
mean,
ran
yeah.
really good.
I mean, like, writing something like this would be fun, because it's like, oh, what do I get to do? You know, it'd be like doing the comic or, you know, fucking,
Ball? Is that too much to ask? Damn reality.
you know, when they give fucking someone like a, you know, one of the side universes in DC or something. Like, what's his name? Tom
Taylor.
Tom Titties.
There's just so many comics now.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the great thing. It's like, what have you got? Oh, I've got the room to actually do stuff that's fun, you know, as opposed to like fucking, well, what's this one? Well, I got to come up with a thing that can happen for 15 minutes to one of the characters that'll probably be based on something very current that will date the fucking series terribly.
I want to spend another
And-
night in Chocolate City.
No, we got to have... Okie dokie. Got to
So
have,
you can
like...
explore the Simpsons home, which is fucking amazing.
Go to the rumpus room. Which does actually pop up a couple of times. It's in, it's somewhat, like, weirdly in, 3 Men and a Comic. I was sitting watching TV in the rumpus room. It's almost entirely for the admittedly good joke and really fantastic shot of Marge going home where it's really coming down out there. Can you check on the boys? And there's just the lightning strike that hits the fucking tree as Barton, like, fucking Milhouse wrestle. And then just, they're fine.
Where is it?
It's downstairs. It's, I mean, the door might be closed. Because that's the cupboard where all the stuff is. That's the basement. Hang on. Go into the dining room or the lounge room. Okay, now go. Fireplace. Piano. I did love the joke when the snake was in the piano. That was a nice one. That was getting into sort of like goofball territory, Simpsons, yeah.
That was so good.
And then just the go through.
Oh, God.
Yeah, just like go down there. I think it's the door opposite the garage. That's right. So if it's not open, it's not open, yeah.
Bummer.
That is where the rumpus lives.
Not the rumpus.
Rumpus the rumpus. Get outside into Springfield, Aaron. That's it.
I forgot to go upstairs.
Wow, you are vexed.
That's funny.
Nervous about
Don't do that. That's weird.
Homer, you were the. We must ban all sports that require you to take your shirt off.
All right, the geography is fuckier than normal.
Gameplay purposes, yeah. Because I don't think you can drive cars.
It tastes like melting. Mr. Simpson, you bent my Wookie.
I'll see you at StacyCon 98. I think it might have been 97.
Over there.
Get out the Crayolas and color me tickled pink.
Well, it looks like the world's been half destroyed.
Ah, hello, Bart.
Todd Ralph.
It requires no riding, Gabe.
Yeah, but it's good. I know.
It is. Beam go. Yeah.
What, a beam? It looks like a puff of, like, gas. It doesn't look like a beam of light. Although, I don't know. Are they being that... Are they making that distinction? Yeah, fuck you. Interesting this thing to the next
It's
episode.
not the beam. It's over there.
It is gas! I knew it.
Apparently Bart can do something with it.
Okay.
Hey. Where the fuck is
My
Bart?
God. He's downstairs. He didn't jump up there with you. Oh, no,
Oh.
there he is.
Old teleporting Bart.
I don't know, maybe that is like... Well, I mean, it's Bartman. In you go. Okay, you're not
I think I have
Bartman
to be
yet.
Bart powered.
Alright.
Get that. Alright, beam.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. That's a beam of light.
Yeah.
That's, alright, this is no fall damage. I wish they had the geography at least slightly more accurate. Like, it's just enough to about rub against the Simpsons section of my brain.
No matter what I do, I can't.
Punching girl's funny.
Hello, pathetic store nerd. One copy of Grand Theft Scratchy, please.
Sorry, sir, that game is rated M.
No problem, I have ID.
This is a calzone zone frequent calzone eater's card.
There's a free calzone in it for you.
This never happened.
Wow, teenagers are so dumb.
Bart, what are you doing near a video game store? Buying a video game? I've heard about this. It's the game where you play a meanie bobini that murders other meanie bobinis. I'm putting this game in the same place I put your swimsuit magazines and your BB gun, Homer's underwear drawer.
Ugh, great, now I have nothing to play except the games I bought yesterday, and I'm totally sick of them.
Piracy, Bart. That's the,
The Simpsons game.
I'm trying to work out what's going on really here,
The
like...
Simpsons game I can think of is the one where we all pretend Dad isn't an alcoholic. What could it be? Wait a sec. This is a manual for a video game set in Springfield. And Dad is a character. And so is Mom. And Lisa. Who'd want to play her? Whoa! I'm in this game. Look
Right.
what my moves are. Jumping, floating. Oh man, I gotta try this.
Meta's an interesting way to go with this.
Wow, this is the only good book ever written.
Hey, boy, look what appeared in my magic drawer. Hey, what's with the fruity getter? I'm planning on coming home like that. Don't bother.
Dad, I'm a superhero now, and I have all these awesome powers.
Superpowers, huh? Well, that's cool, I guess. I was gonna go shoot
And my
basketball
magic
and swim
drawer.
magazines in this cave. Wanna come with?
See, the thing that made The Simpsons was a, up till then, very unusual combination of character depth and absurd comedy. Like, really weird
Maybe
fucking
I'll tell your
jokes.
mom about
Yeah.
the cave in a swimsuit.
Which was the result of, the build-up of comedy nerds that had lived through a generation of very bland American sitcoms, some decent American sitcoms, and then the sort of subversive wave of British humor that influenced all of them.
Rad.
Oh, that's a powerful shot, all right there, champ.
Tag in.
Ah, okay. Only Bart like those. Fair enough.
Yeah, Homer eats, Bart picks up gems. So the game's two-player. I feel like that would be hellish.
I think it is two.
I don't want to play. Like, I don't want to have to do something.
I want to see if it is. Where'd I put the box?
I wonder if the glyphs, because so that's the nutty thing about hieroglyphs is you look at that and you think, oh yeah, those are pictures that are meant to represent like events or some shit.
It's two players.
And it's not. Those are pictures, but they're fucking, syllables. So the entire time everyone was looking at this thinking, oh, wheat must mean like, wheat or maybe like an idea of wheat, like where,
Yeah.
it might mean like harvest or something. It's not. Wheat was just, the picture of wheat was just their fucking, a fucking letter for something. Which, to be fair, was fucking confusing.
Why are the statues titties?
Yeah, that's a fucking wildly inappropriate amount of titty. The Simpsons is a very asexual show to me. It's just, I'd rather see...
I think it was going blah the whole time.
Like, I would rather see a fucking picture of my dad naked than think of The Simpsons as a sexual fucking thing.
Steal, not learn. Don't look at any of the displays. Stay focused.
Come on, let's get out of here and find a situation where my new
What makes all those
superpowers
fucking weird
can do
Simpsons
something.
porn people just all the stranger?
Moving. Dude's got a huge futon.
Wait, maybe I should stop the bullies from robbing the museum.
Oh, you're the Dark
Futons
Avenger of the
fucking
night.
suck to move.
Standing between us and
Especially
our
the old
mission
ones.
is trapped.
Some of the modern ones are actually not bad. They're actually pretty light and, comfortable to sleep on and shit. But that really old kind that had the central bar and were like... Because they tried to make them look more like a couch.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't be seen with a futon.
Look, can I turn that flashing Kinect controller off? Because that's got a bug of the absolute shit out of me. Verbosity needs
That's as high as... Everything's as high as it's getting.
effects down slightly. That verbosity. That sucks. You can
Verbose.
Kinect controller.
Yeah, that is...
Bart, it's
I
not
wonder if
polite
that's
to
because
walk
the
in
guitar
wall.
was connected.
You'll get 'em all fingerprinty.
Did you switch off the 360 or at all between when you...
No.
I mean, that might have been it, but
You see
still,
where they
like,
keep the beer from up there? Don't let me down here. There might be spiders.
Let's do this.
Don't mind if I do.
So this looks actually kind of fun. There's more game to it than fucking, tapped out.
Video game cliche ever.
I'm gonna shit on a few people here and say that hit and run is not good.
I mean, not compared to
Oh,
this.
sorry,
I mean,
not.
like-
Oh, which one's hit and run?
Yeah, hit and run.
Is that the 3D adventure one?
Yeah, it was the one that was kind of like Grand Theft Auto-y, but, obviously not enough of that
just-
to...
All the characters had only like 4 lines
Yeah,
apart
well,
from the scripted stuff, and it just...
It was a product of its time. And this has power combos. This is combining the best bits of the old Konami brawler with, modern fucking 3D adventures. I gotta like spot
it's that whole thing of drive here, talk to a dude, like the thing maybe.
there was
Race someone back to here. It was all very limited.
It's like if Virtual Bard actually could pay off any of its concepts. That was what we had to grow up with,
Yeah, our Simpsons games were bleak.
Yeah, like there was one good one and it was the brawler.
Yeah.
And,
Flame on.
It's to go to the arcade
Yeah.
for that.
I spent $20 beating that in the arcade.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I think it's around how much I spent to beat Metal Slug the first time.
The only time I ever beat Metal Slug in the arcade was during a lock-in at the Toowong arcade. No, not Toowong, Toombul.
Symbol.
Upstairs. There was that one upstairs at Toombul that used to do like lock-ins every Sunday afternoon.
Yeah.
Like 4 to 6 or something. Fuck that ruled, because like fuck all people would be there. It was really nuts. Like it's a fucking Sunday afternoon and you pay $12 and you're just in the arcade and everything's on free play. That was a good arcade too. Yeah, that was at that like really fucking good point where like, you know, before arcades were just DDR machines and like ball games.
Yeah.
You know, there was still like that, like, you know, there was still solid walls of fighters, you know, like.
I really appreciate you standing on the objective and then your character
My turn.
going, hey, I need you up here, and then that character coming up there.
Someday.
Finally.
Yeah, like functional AI. Fucking madness.
Hey, it's those bones Flanders said God planted in the ground to fool us.
Like we laugh, but that's what, like, there's just huge clusters of people that actually believe that. You know, there's the odds tricks. I mean, which is great.
Hey, look
like,
at this shit.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I know. Like gameplay,
You can't
stuff.
hide behind that flap of hair forever.
Name's Skylar. He's dating my mom.
Hey, we have a break-in. Better go in and
These guards will be like an amused boosh before we get to the main course.
Halos are a cute touch.
Taking out the trash is part of the job.
You're a disgrace to the plastic badge.
It would.
there you are.
Being a security guard would be a lot more fun if you had kids to beat up.
Crappy
I feel like with a little bit of tweaking, we could turn this into a Souls-like. This is another make Gabe a billionaire routine, where like I'd get this done. That's what, you know, you need to give me money, and then I'll be a.
Squid Rules, John 3:16. Like, just it's nice, man. Like, I want to look at stuff.
Tetris.
Yeah. Tetris, like, it's cool. Makes you want to look at shit.
Oh
That's supposed
yeah,
to be.
no, I remember that one. That's.
What's that?
I can't remember the name of it, but it was one of it's one of those vector graphic 3D games.
Right.
The one I've played really at all. Maybe like, okay, I'll load this up for a matter of historical fucking, you know, curiosity.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be some things that are like that, where it's like,
Recorded our hours of operation.
Mel, I mean,
Sorry,
is
Mel.
fucking Krusty not paying you enough?
Okay. Fuck yeah. Oh, my Robobot's out.
Welcome to Springfield Museum.
That was dumb, because it's like, oh, hey, there's another Robobot.
And woman.
And
It's driving me crazy.
our first diorama depicts early man. One of the traits that sets our human forefathers apart
Aw.
was the emergence of the four-fingered
Yeah.
hand we know today.
More Robobots. More power.
You guys aren't exactly the Hardy Boys, are you?
The Middle Ages were a turbulent time as the vestiges of the Roman Empire smoldered. Castle storming was all the rage. If you weren't storming a castle, you were worse than a rogue.
Well, they didn't really storm castles, because, like, castles, before we had ways of knocking down walls, you know what were powerful? Walls. You usually just had to sit outside a castle and be like, well, you gotta run out of fucking food. But the problem is, you'd also run out of food. So it was just a battle of who could, like...
Stalemate.
Yeah.
Who can have no food the longest?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the first, like, fucking... Was Alexander the Great the first fucking... He figured out you could knock down, like, ancient walls. And that was a rude shock for everybody.
He says, after.
One of the lines that is just really fucking burnt into my head to the point where it's just like a tick is just, oh, I shoot birds at the airport. Love that. Can't he just run through a wall?
Yeah.
Oh, he's out. Get him. Get him. No, he's getting you. You did fucking... Fuck yeah. Kearney's not authority. Eat him up.
Okay.
Kick him while he's down.
Let's do this.
He's a bully. It's fair game.
Donut.
Like swapping characters, different mechanics.
You look so insignificant from up here.
This is supposed to be outer
He
space.
kind of sounds a bit like Millhouse.
He does. That's what I thought it was at first. I'm like, why is Millhouse in here?
Incandescent gas,
Old Millhouse.
giant nuclear furnace.
My God, they're blocking.
And this bullshit. They're blocking.
Three-quarters of the Earth is covered by water. The water of life.
Christ
Oh,
jizz.
there were a really fat guy who could help me.
Somebody's got to push the button to get that thing going, I
Yeah,
suppose.
the next one.
Mercury was named for the Roman god Mercury, a winged messenger.
Kick ass.
I mean, I feel like the one thing that this game needs, though, is a little bit more of a better organized framing device. You know, because the one thing the other ones had, even though they weren't great games, was like, okay, here's the premise. Here's what you're dealing with. Whereas, like, this one's just like, you go outside and you're in a video game for some reason. Although Homer was having a dream, so I'm guessing that's where we still are. Probably. I mean, not like it's the fucking, you know, end of the world, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. I get you.
A belt of asteroids separates the four inner planets from the five
Beltas.
outer planets. My belt separates my gut from my junk.
Important separation.
Saturn's 7 rings are made of billions of ice particles, just like the heart of my ex-wife. Constant storms rage
Jimbo.
on the surface of Neptune. What do I have to screw to get a cup of
Come
coffee
on.
around here? I've been recording this stuff for hours.
So something that this game has a bit of lack is protection. Like usually if you got that far, there'd be something that'd be like, here's a switch to make a shortcut. So if you fall, you don't have to do all this again.
Boring.
I have to go turn it on with Homer.
I mean, you know. There's no this is a Simpsons game, Aaron. There's no protection. These are notoriously difficult titles. I mean, you're laughing at home, but for a while there, things like, you know, Virtual Bart, fucking Bart versus the Space Mutants, these weren't easy games.
Space Mutants, I don't think I ever saw level 2 while I was a kid.
ate another guy's
No,
body to get
I-
into a fraternity.
I don't even know if it exists. That was funny. Does level 2 even exist?
No,
Just beat level 1 and that's the game.
pretty much.
Armageddon.
Just go to the right there.
Second
Oh, no, wait.
act in movie history.
What's that?
That's just the marker going go this way.
Okay.
It's very misleading.
Yeah, that's a bit of a trick. Bit of a meanie, Aaron.
Oh.
That's fucking bullshit. See, because this is what I mean about, like, okay, what's the fun part of the writing here?
Clock.
Yeah, like, just, you know, when you don't have to make your jokes fit any fucking context or anything, it's fairly fucking simple.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of what makes humor work is surprise, and surprise is just irregularity.
Who's supposed to make me read the stuff about the planets.
Like that, there you go. You know? Like the thing about Flavor Flav and the clock is just like, you don't need to fucking, you know, have a real idea.
How do I get stuff back?
Gotta wait. There it is, now it's coming back.
I think you have to get in with the charged one. I'll be waiting a while.
I think don't have it out. I think that's stopping the recharge.
I just don't think it recharges.
Excellent. I don't know, I swear I saw it going up like a second ago.
I think it
like,
gives you like pity amount. It gives you more.
oh, you can just climb up there.
I'm an idiot. It did give me a shortcut. I'm the idiot.
Oh, God, it was me. I feel like that other glowing light then is like also maybe a fucking thing. I think you got to explore that because there's stuff around there.
No,
like
it's not. Trust me.
I trusted you earlier, and you know there's a pole
No, but
there.
you didn't. Like
Fucking.
You weren't watching either.
Is there something? Yeah, we have to get like.
How do I get charged? Maybe I can punch the ears.
I don't think we got to one of fucking Saturn's moons.
Okay.
Does it charge when I'm not him, maybe? He's just spinning around out there? Yes.
Sweet. I wonder if he can knock you off. I mean, I think you get nudged into the planet, so you're okay, but still.
Flame on.
It is not going up.
I mean, like, that sparkle's got to be some because it's not going below the thing. Like it's. I mean, it went away.
I think it was just there to let me know I could go here.
Okay. Did we miss? Is there a button maybe to fucking? Aaron, maybe if I connected the controller.
I don't think so.
Try jumping over there.
No, I have not. That's a good idea. Good work, Bart.
There we. Oh, look at that.
Knock you out of your orbit. I'm sorry, Jimbo. I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
I'm not going up
Well,
there.
Jimbo's
I
dead.
had too much dignity and fear.
He's not dead.
Oh my hell.
He's hitting you. He's beating the shit out of you.
Thanks, Homer.
Stop freaking me out with your unusual gliding and slingshot abilities. We're just henchmen, man. Skinner hired us.
Principal Skinner?
Yes, it is I. I mean, me. No, it is I. Yeah. The city cut our
Subject,
science budget so
object
much I
difference
even
with
steal from the
personal
museum
pronouns.
just to have visual aids.
I've never heard of
So
this.
Aaron and I went and did something is correct, but if we're like the fucking object of the sentence, it's Aaron and me.
This Azoraptor's coccyx would have inspired
English
a
is fucked
generation of
sometimes.
Yeah, there's also
fall in love
a
with
really fucky one. There's a specific fucking pronoun, but nobody uses it because nobody's even aware of it, and it's kind of fucking meaningless.
Would have been here sooner, but I can't
And that is?
hang of this
I honestly can't remember it. I remember learning about it once as a novelty and just being like, wow, that's fucking retarded. But there's a very specific pronoun fucking
You learned a
change
valuable
if it
lesson,
comes after
Skinner.
like a
Lesson
fucking
crime doesn't pay.
certain grammatical function, but I can't remember what it is.
I'm supposed to book 'em. Gosh, you don't have to be such a jerk about it.
Like that and tenses, because I did grammar at uni and fucking it was the one course that was like actually hard because you had to remember a lot of fiddly details.
That
Yeah.
will require a tetanus shot.
KeepetClassy is proudly sponsored completely by its fans. We thank you for your support.
It expanded somehow. I'll have you know